anytime you say anything about Bron, people call you and say, hey, man, hey, leave LeBron alone.
In this video, we are going to witness the top 10 times that LeBron James got frustrated, angry, and heated at members of the media. From walkouts to whispered insults to threats of physical violence. Stick around for the top 3 because LeBron really crashes out. Let's get at it. Number 10.
Does it bother you that so many people are happy to see you fail?
Absolutely not. Because at the end of the day, all the people that was rooting on me to fail, at the end of the day, they got to wake up tomorrow and have the same life that they had before they woke up today. They got the same personal problems that they had today. And I'm going to continue to live the way I want to live and continue to do the things that I want to do with me and my family and be happy with that. So, they can get a few days or a few months or whatever the case may be on being happy about not only myself, but the Miami Heat not accomplishing their goal. But, they got to get back to the real world at some point.
And here LeBron James gives a snippy, pissy, salty response to the millions of NBA fans who were thrilled that King James, a man who bailed on an entire city that loved him to join his super team and chase rings with his boys in Miami, failed miserably in yet another playoff series. Wah, I'm rich and you're still poor. Looks like LeBron's hairline was the only part of him interested in making a comeback that year. And I have a video about the best LeBron James choke jobs of all time. Link in the description. Number 9.
You said, it was just your game. Couldn't get into a rhythm tonight. Is that what it was? Based on their defense or just not feeling it or what?
No, it was just pretty poor. I mean, what do you want me to say? Seemed like you only ask questions when we lose. It's a weird thing with you, Kenny. Always come around when we lose, I swear. Yeah, okay.
What makes this clip interesting is Tristan Thompson's reaction. Looking like he's questioning the decisions that brought him to this point in his life, Tristan sits stone-faced during the King's response. Up until this point, he whispers, "Stop it, LeBron." Double T knows that the King just put up 0 points in the fourth quarter of yet another playoff game, and that the Cavs blew a 21-point lead in the second half. And when a guy who at that time was in a relationship with a Kardashian tells you to slow down and have some humility, you know LeBron was out of line calling this reporter out. Number 8.
It's trash. And the guy who wrote it is trash too for writing that, especially during a game like that. So, it's always about outside noise, and that's just outside noise. For us, we got to focus on what needs to be done in order for us to continue to compete for a championship, and we got who we got. Our GM would do a great job of, figuring out if we need something else, but right now we're in a good place.
First of all, this is what I make of him calling Frank Isola, the reporter in question, trash. Here we go again with LeBron completely out of character. This was so unclassy by a LeBron James.
Now hold up a second there, Skip. We all knew that LeBron was good friends with Carmelo, and we all knew that LeBron James had no love for Kevin Love. And I've got a video about that, link in the top comment. And this is completely in character for LeBron James, whose reputation as the moral conscience of the sports world was fabricated by the media and nothing more than a sad joke. Number 7.
LeBron, three games in a row for you, fourth quarter, not much. That's the moment superstars become superstars. It seems like you're almost shrinking from it. What's going on?
I think you're concentrating on one side of the floor. And, all you're looking at is the stat sheet. Honestly, I'm a two-way player. Tonight, in instance, D-Wade had it going offensively. So we allowed him to handle the ball. We allowed him to bring us home offensively. You could just watch the film again and see what I did defensively, and you asked me a better question tomorrow.
Yeah, the Heat won that game, but that was a fair question. LeBron scored as many points as Udonis Haslem did in the fourth quarter of a closely contested game that could have gone either way. It was the Kings' second consecutive game in the 2011 finals, scoring 2 points in the fourth quarter. And when LBJ scored 0 points in the last 12 minutes of Game 4, I wonder if that reporter came back with a better question for him. Number 6. And here LeBron goes off during a presser about his issue with the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus, New Jersey.
I don't understand what's going on in the replay center, to be honest. I think I said it this year or last year or whatever. D'Lo clearly gets hit in the face on the drive. Do we have a replay center? If it's going to go, it doesn't make sense to me. It makes no sense to me. It bothers me. I'm sorry I didn't answer your question, but that is like...
This game should never have been in the officials' hands to decide, as LeBron's Lakers blew a 20-point lead. Then he complains about a game that he didn't even play in.
And then I just saw what happened with the Sixers Knicks game too. What are we doing?
And now the Queen dramatically drops the mic and leaves to go duck hunting or whatever he was wearing that goofy ass outfit for. Stick around, guys. We've got LeBron calling a reporter mentally handicapped up soon, but first, number 5. In one of the most bizarre interview segments you will watch in this or any other lifetime, LBJ claims that he never played for a super team.
You've been a part of 2 super teams, the one you have here, the one you had in Miami. Looking at what the Cavaliers, rather the Golden State Warriors have done, are you still a fan of the concept? Do you think it's a good thing for the NBA to build these teams, how they brought in Kevin? You get what I'm asking?
No, not really. I don't believe I've played for a super team. I don't believe in that.
Then, immediately after saying this, he snitches on himself and admits that he is currently on a super team.
I don't believe we're a super team here.
And then he tries to sneak out the door by telling the reporters they just have one question left.
So no, I don't. You guys want one more question before I leave and not see you guys for a long time?
Number 4.
LeBron, Mark Schwartz, ESPN. From listening to everybody's reaction to the play at the end with JR getting the rebound, there's still confusion about whether JR thought the game was tied or whether he thought you guys were ahead. From where you stood on the court and from talking to him after the play, what's your reaction to it? What's your version?
What do you mean, what's my version?
Well, did he think that the game was tied, or did he think that you guys had it salted away?
How do I know that? I don't know what JR was thinking. I don't know what question you were trying to ask.
I was just trying to see if you knew exactly what his state of mind was. Did you know if he knew the score?
Thank you.
Now, to be fair here, ESPN's Mark Schwartz did ask the same question like 5 times, but just look at this walkout. At first, LeBron looks like he's a man about his business until he stands up and, he's wearing shorts? How can anyone take this guy seriously after that? But wait, there's more. Is he picking up a man purse? Why, yes he is. This guy is somebody's GOAT right now. How can anyone take this goofy serious? This man just snatched up his purse and walked out like Granny leaving Sunday service early. Only thing he's missing is his church crown. And I made a video on LeBron's purse and zesty dress-up fetish, and I'll leave a link to that one in the description. Number 3.
But bro, the moment I said anything, anytime you say anything about Bron, people call you and say, hey man, you might want to chill. I know you got some funny stories and shit. Hey, leave LeBron alone.
Jeff Teague of Club 520 is not a mainstream journalist, but you'd better believe that more real fans get NBA takes from him than from anyone at the worldwide leader. And this one takes a bit of a dark turn here, as Teague tells us that when LeBron's camp hears a joke or a story they don't approve of, they will give you a call.
I came on here and apologized. I'm sorry. I'm talking these some real people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, nigga. You funny, nigga. Yeah, you get a little too funny. All right, my fault, brother. So I know ain't nothing getting by. They whole camp. They run the league.
And apparently, it ain't just an angry Mav Carter on the line. Sounds like they've outsourced some muscle. And Teague took those threats seriously enough to the point where he apologized for his jokes on the pod. JT goes on to say that LeBron's team has way too much pull over the entire league.
That whole camp run the league,
yeah, bro. They too plugged in.
Number 2.
Character.
Who?
In general, for people watching the game, some of us who work the game, just in general, or is that just the level of competition and emotions and a little clarity, please?
I have no clarity for that answer, that question. All I say is a physical game. The game of basketball is a physical game. So I'm not a dirty player. You know, it's physical. Everyone falls to the ground. Everyone gets hurt. People get up.
Okay, well, this one is actually kind of hilarious because of LeBron's facial expression. Here, some female reporter asks a question, and now, thinking he's gonna whisper something that only D. Wade can hear, the king whispers, "That's retarded," loud as hell into the microphone. Then, he looks both ways to see if anyone heard him say that. Now he looks down, realizes that the microphone did pick it up, and that everyone heard his dumbass say that. And now he covers his face like a child because he knows there is gonna be backlash for saying that. By the way, guys, congrats for being 15 years ahead of the curve on that quarter zip trend. Number 1, and this confrontation with Stephen A. Smith, this happened in-game during a timeout in the 3rd quarter. LeBron gets all up in the face of Stephen A. and scolds him like a 10-year-old. And when he's done, he's looking around like, yo, make sure you recorded this. He wanted to make sure somebody got his one and only gangsta moment. And LeBron really brought the Will Smith vibes here. Really everything but the slap. And was Stephen A. wrong here? I mean, the king begged the Lakers to draft his bum-ass son, and I've got a video about Bronny, link in the description. And now, when a sports reporter, who's not wrong here, calls your son trash, you gonna threaten him at midcourt during a game? Where was that same energy for former UFC fighter Chael Sonnen, who point-blank accused LeBron of juicing?
And he and I have one thing in common. We use the same drug dealer to buy our EPO. And I don't see anything wrong with that. But it's very, very difficult to get. It's very expensive. We happen to have the same guy. I didn't say that to out him and or embarrass him. This wasn't like a dry snitch. I'm sharing that if you want to get a basketball, you want to make it to 38, you want to be the MVP of the league, you can't just go do certain things. There's a little bit more to it.
What about former UFC champion Colby Covington, who straight up called LeBron out on multiple occasions?
I want to ask LeBron, what does he mean by there's no party like a Diddy party? I truly want to know. And not only that, LeBron, how many Diddy parties have you actually been to?
Where's that same fire, LeBron? Where's that same energy when Kevin Gates talked that shit about you in Savannah? Dude was courtside at the Crypto. You could have rolled up on him at any time during that game. He was 10 feet away from you. Where were you then? And I think we all know the answer to this. LeBron James is a papier-mâché gangster. He rolled up on Stephen A. because, well, he represents an easy target, comparatively speaking, and LeBron knew that he could act like a tough guy with him in public, mid-game, and that nothing would happen. Remember that video about LeBron James' greatest chokes? Just click the link on the left side of your screen, guys, and I'll see you there.